Hey, and everybody, welcome to our score machine training. Let's see. What's up, Alicia? So let's go ahead and get started. So this is our score machine login page. This is what you'll see before you log into the software. Once you have logged into the software, you'll be directed to your next page here. But for those of us that have not already subscribed to the score machine, I encourage you guys to do so. This is because you will more than likely be missing out on the ability to get in the score machine for $297 a month. Okay? What that means is the score machine's prices are going to go up. And if you are interested, I would highly recommend and encourage you guys, if you haven't already, to subscribe to the score machine. With the score machine, you're able to review credit reports without you actually having to do the work. So what that means is you'll simply collect the login credentials for my free score now, my score IQ, and identity IQ. Once you've retrieved those login credentials for those credit monitoring sites, all you have to do is import them into the system, and I'll show you exactly how that works. But you import them into the system, and the system does everything for you. Okay, the system reads the report. The system will tell you what's going on with that credit report, and if the system will also tell you if that client's credit report is fundable. Okay, so we'll go through that right now, but right now I'm just going to drop the link here if you guys haven't already subscribed. Okay, please be sure to subscribe because the prices will go up. Now let's go ahead and check out the prices as of right now. $197 to get started with unlimited pulls. That's for your score machine pro. And then for the pro subscription is 247. And then for the elite, it is 447. Okay. Now, as you can see, this gives you the maximum of 10 users. You get to put in 100 clients. This one gives you 250 clients that you can put into the software. Um, and I believe these numbers are supposed to be 30 and 5. But we'll get clarification on that. But those are the prices as of now to get subscribed to the software. Again, highly recommend, because as we make changes or updates to the software, add new technology to the software, that is going to change that price. Okay. So once we have logged into the software, your page or your dashboard will look like this. So here we are, and let me go ahead and make sure that I'm in the right account. Hold on, guys. Need to have report. All right, so here is your dashboard. On your dashboard, it tells you the amount of clients that you have, the amount of fundable clients, the amount of clients that are not fundable. As you can see, I don't know if any of you have been in the trainings since we have updated the software, but we now have 1,690 banks and credit unions are uploaded into the software. Okay, so that gives us more access to more banks and credit unions to be able to fund our clients when it's time for them to get funding. Okay. Now, in order for you to add a client into the software, you can either go ahead and click here, add client, and like I shared, we have these options: My Free Score Now, Identity IQ, and My Score IQ. You select what credit monitoring site the client is utilizing or has the login credentials for. My Free Score Now, all that you need is the email and password. For My Score IQ and Identity IQ, you need the email, password, and the last four of the social. Okay. Now, once those credentials are imported into the software will then read that report and gather all the personal information. So we no longer have to put in the personal information when you create a profile into the software for a client. Okay. The software is going to gather all that information. So let's go to the work area. This is where you're going to start the process to generate the report for the client. Okay. So let's go ahead and click on this client here. And as we can see, this client is fundable. And what we can do is select on the different options here. So you can select the analyzed report here, and it gives you all the information in regards to that report. Next, if we click progress report here, it's going to provide you that information as well. So what progress you need to make on this report possibly. As we can see, this client has a lot of inquiries. That is something that's potential to negative. But everything else on this client's reports is good. We just would, this client specifically would need to get rid of the inquiries here. Okay. And it will give you the list of inquiries that need to be removed or, addressed pretty much. All right. But everything else with this client specifically is good. Okay. When we go back up here, we have the underwriting. If we click on underwriting, underwriting is going to provide us with exactly what it is that this client needs to be able to be eligible for funding. As we can see, your status is good to go. So this client's report specific or meets all of the requirements or the criteria here and minus those inquiries. Okay. So we could still get funding with Equifax and Experian because those inquiries are not on that credit report. Okay. Now, if this was a bad report, it will provide us with exactly what's negatively affecting the report. And if you are a credit repair organization or if you're looking to receive credit repair, then you will go ahead and attack those items there. Okay. And if we go to change the view here, forensic view, it will break everything down. Okay. So as you can see, green means go, yellow means proceed with caution, red means stop. So we need to make sure that when we do, you can read it this way, or you can go back and switch it to the basic view, which is just has the criteria in red, green, yellow, and red. Okay. But again, this specific client is fundable because this report is good. Automated credit analysis. This is the law engine notice. We're simply going to click acknowledge and activate. And if this client needed credit repair, this is the option that we can utilize. So if there were any laws or anything that needed to be addressed when it comes to a specific credit report, if you click run law engine, what is wrong or what could be detected or what's detected that's negative on this report is going to be listed here. So here are the different laws that are in that are being addressed when it comes to this specific credit report. Okay. Employment presence is not is inconsistent across the bureaus. So because of that, these are the laws that you can utilize to help you formulate a letter, possibly utilizing ChatGPT to be able to update that information. Okay. So that's again simply just clicking on automated credit analysis. You click OK to acknowledge and activate, and then you'll come in here where it says run law engine. Okay. Now, if you need credit repair, there is going to be a tab for that as well. We are working on that, but that will be an option for you as well. Okay. Debt consolidation. So if you have a lot of debt, you can formulate a plan for yourself. So if you select an account, say for instance, we want to go with the Credit One Bank, you want to pay it in 12 months, then you can pretty much, it'll tell you exactly what you need to pay to make that go in the 12 months. Okay. So we have that implemented into the software. Funding audit. Again, we need to make sure that we acknowledge any of the laws and things like that. So here is where you will have the ability to get funding for your client or for yourself. Okay, so if your credit report meets the requirements here, estimated, this is an estimate of how much you could possibly get funding for. Okay. On the business side, the business information hasn't been retrieved, but if you want to personally guarantee your business for funding, this is the possibility or estimated funding option as well. Okay. Now, if we wanted to proceed, what we will go ahead and do is click personal. This is going to only give us the personal view. Business will give us the business view only. And then if we want to do both, we'll go both there. All right, perfect there. And normally it has a button for us to click on to do funding. So what we're going to do right here is click right here, funding, and this means that we're going to apply for it. So if we click here, another notification, acknowledge and continue. And it's loading up the options that we have available based off of the credit report. So let's give the software some time to read that report. So here, the specific banks that are available for us to utilize. Okay, so as we can see, it is available in the state that we are in, but this one specifically we cannot go for because the X's means that we are not able to utilize these options here. Okay, but if it has a green check, that means that we can utilize it. So as you can see, Abbey Bank has a green check for TransUnion. Three Hill has a green check for TransUnion. So right now for this client, this TransUnion credit report is good as long as the bank pulls or only pulls from TransUnion, if that makes sense. Okay. So it pretty much gives you a outlook on what you can and cannot get approved for and what and through what credit union. Okay, so it is available in this client specific state, but for Bank of Franklin County, it's not available through Equifax or Experian, but the TransUnion file is accessible. Okay, so again, the software it has been created to tell you exactly where you can go, what banks you can go try to apply for based off of that specific credit report. Because understand, some banks pull from all three, some banks pull from two, or some banks pull from one credit report or credit bureau. Okay. And it's as simple as that. And once you have gone ahead and let me see, let's click on this one. Let's see this one right here. If we were to apply now, it's going to take us directly to that site. Okay. So if we were to apply, continue to go with this option, it'll take us directly to the site and we can go ahead and apply through that. Okay. And this is it's super, super simple to utilize. Again, once you input those credentials, the software does all the work for you. There's nothing that you have to do extra. Okay, let's see if we can go back here. And that's pretty much how the software works. Again, it is super simple to utilize. Um, if you need to repair your credit, it provides you with options there, or you can just go ahead and utilize the M2 software. But simply gather the credentials for your credit monitoring site, be it MyFreeScore now, MyScore IQ, or Identity IQ. Type that information in there. The software will gather all the personal information and then read that report to determine whether that credit report is fundable or not, or if it needs credit repair.